Beautiful night here in Ramland as we welcome you into pregame coverage as the Raceland Rams sit at 8-0 on the season. They welcome in the Symmes Valley Vikings, who play their first game of the 2026 season. Good evening, everyone. James Carr, happy to have you along with us here on the Rams Sports Network as the Raceland Rams, coming off a 9-2 win last night over West Carter, welcome in the Vikings of Symmes Valley. As I said, they'll square off for the first time in their 26 campaign. These two teams did not play last year. Symmes Valley, an 18-12 record on the 25 campaign. I talked with head coach Eric Holland earlier today, and he said, I really don't have a lot of stuff to send you as far as stats-wise. He said, obviously, first game of the season. That's all good, Coach. We'll make it work as we go through it. No big deal. But here tonight, Rams trying to bounce off of what they had last night. Again, it was kind of a slow start, the way things got going, but they erupted for a big inning in the fourth in which they pushed across 5 runs thanks to 3 West Carter errors, and they did it all with 2 outs, including a big 2-out ground rule double by Graydon Floyd as he one-hopped it over top of the fence, out over the top of the right field bullpen. So the Rams, again, will be back in here on Thursday night before heading off to the beach. We'll step out for a break. We'll come back and meet our starting lineups to get you ready for first pitch. Symmes Valley and Raceland next on the Rams Sports Network.
Trust is something earned, not given. For over 90 years, KFB has built trust in your community. We believe our neighborhood is our responsibility. Through our quality service, innovative products, and local decision-making, we are committed to your financial success. Better financials lead to a better life, all with the Better Bank headquartered in Boyd County and serving the tri-state. KFB, the bank you trust and the community you love.
When Faith opened Ram Pharmacy, many said a pharmacy would never make it in Raceland. Too small, not enough traffic, not a prime location. But one man remembered the words, "If I be lifted up, I will draw all men to me." At Ram Pharmacy, you're more than a customer. We care about your mind, body, and soul, and there's no thing we wouldn't do to help you with your healthcare needs. Proud supporters of Raceland Elementary and the high school, go Rams! Give God the praise and do Curtis a favor. Go to church on Sunday. Call 836-RAMS today. Ram Pharmacy, your friend for life. Ison's Cards and Collectibles, located at 214 Main Street in Old Russell, is your headquarters for sports collectibles, along with a huge selection of Funko Pop characters from sports figures to novelty characters to choose from. Ison's also offers team apparel for pro and collegiate teams and has varsity team jackets available for all local teams with customization available. Ison's features several autographed jerseys for purchase with cards for every set available as well. Stop by Ison's Cards and Collectibles, located on 214 Main Street in Old Russell, and check them out on Facebook. When joint and muscle pains slow you down, let Doc get your body realigned at Johnson Chiropractic. Dr. Shannon Johnson offers a wide variety of treatments from chiropractic care, corrective exercises, and electrical stimulation. Doc also offers DOT exams and drug screens. He also provides pre- and postnatal chiropractic services to help new mothers alleviate stress drug-free. To schedule an appointment, call 606-473-5151 or visit them online at drshannonjohnson.com. That's Johnson Chiropractic's proud supporter of Raceland Athletics.
Back here at Raceland as we get you set for Raceland and Symmes Valley. Get a beautiful night here at the ballpark. Absolutely breathtaking weather that we're getting here in this last day of March. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. We'll start first with the visitors on the scoreboard, the Symmes Valley Vikings, under head coach Eric Holland. In just a second. There we go. Grady Holland will lead things off. He'll play center field. Tanner Thompson will do the pitching. He'll bat second. Batting third at shortstop is Tanner Korn. The cleanup hitter is the first baseman, Andy Stroh. Batting fifth behind the dish is Carson Brammer. Batting sixth and playing third base is Mason Campbell. Batting seventh in left field, Chase Atkins. Batting eighth and playing right field is Aiden Freeman. And batting ninth at second base is Ben Hutchinson. Again, Holland, Thompson, Korn, Stroh, Brammer, Campbell, Atkins, Freeman, and Hutchins. That's the way it'll line up for the Symmes Valley Vikings. Now for Raceland, Gunnar Smith will stay in that leadoff spot. He'll play center field. Landon Bloss will be at first base tonight. He'll bat second. Brigham Davidson's on the bump. He'll bat third. Parker Ison's at shortstop doing the cleanup duties. Graydon Floyd will stay in the starting lineup tonight. He'll be the DH. He'll bat fifth. He'll hit for the third baseman of Caden Smith. Brady King behind the dish batting 6th. Michael Pennington back in the lineup tonight at second base batting 7th. Kate Coldiron in the 8-hole tonight. He'll bat he'll play left field. And Aiden Schaefer bats 9th in right field. Again, Smith, Bloss, Davidson, Eisen, Floyd, King, Pennington, Coldiron, and Schaefer. Symmes Valley in gray tops and white bottoms of the orange numerals on the front and the back. Raceland in the orange tops and white bottoms. Raceland across the chest in the black. We'll step out for a break. We'll come back for first pitch and our defensive alignments. Raceland Symmes Valley next on the Ram Sports Network.
Life moves fast, and the moments don't wait. The first steps, the first home, the dreams you work so hard for. Where you place your trust matters. At Members Choice Credit Union, we're here for every milestone. Through the hard days, the hopeful days, and everything in between. Your money, your future, your choice.
Since 1992, DSI has been serving their customers with quality products and affordable prices for 33 years. DSI offers a wide variety of gear for your favorite team and also offers wholesale and retail screen printing, embroidery, vinyl, and direct-to-film applications. DSI also welcomes your custom design for your team, business, or anything you may need. Have a vision? Let DSI's custom design team make that vision a reality. For over 30 years, DSI has been the trusted name for quality products at an affordable price. Check them out at 511 Greenup Avenue in Raceland or online at supertees.com. When you find yourself in the need of a lawyer, Blackburn Law should be your first phone call in your time of need. Specializing in bankruptcy, criminal law, family law, and worker disability, Blackburn Law can help guide you every step of the way. Blackburn Law is dedicated to providing exceptional legal services with a personalized touch. For more information, call 606-836-5435 or visit them online at blackburnlaw.net. With over 30 years in experience in representing clients to successful solutions, Blackburn Law is in your corner. That's Blackburn Law, a proud supporter of Raceland Athletics. Ison's Cards and Collectibles, located at 214 Main Street in Old Russell, is your headquarters for sports collectibles, along with a huge selection of Funko Pop characters from sports figures to novelty characters to choose from. Ison's also offers team apparel for pro and collegiate teams and has varsity team jackets available for all local teams with customization available. Ison's features several autographed jerseys for purchase with cards for every set available as well. Stop by Ison's Cards and Collectibles, located on 214 Main Street in Old Russell, and check them out on Facebook.
What a beautiful evening here tonight at the ballpark as we get you set for Raceland and Symmes Valley. Let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Rams tonight. Usual suspects back in the starting rotation. Coldiron, Smith, and Schaefer. That's left to right. Third to first will be Caden Smith, Parker Rice, and Michael Pennington, and Landon Bloss. Brady King behind the dish, and the junior right-hander of Brigham Davidson will be on the bump. Hard-throwing right-hander, three-pitch selection, fastball changeup slider, making his third appearance on the season. He's got a 2-0 record, a .78 ERA. He's worked 9 innings, 6 hits, striking out 10, walking 3. He's given up 1 run. It was earned. He's really good when he can get in front of you on the account and go to that breaking ball. If the low zone is there, it really opens up that changeup, as he does such a great job with it, working it down and in on righties, and especially on a lefty. He just makes it run down and dive away. But his slider, when it's on, it's devastating. He'll throw it middle plate, and it will run completely into the left-handed batter's box. Stellar defensive setting behind him. A very senior-laden middle infield behind him with the 2 seniors on this year's team of Ison and Pennington. And Pennington taking a day off yesterday, a little rest for a nagging injury, but everything good to go, and it'll be good to see him back out on the starting rotation today. Caden Smith getting the start over at third base. Bloss through yesterday, so he's over at first base today. And then that usual outfield of Coldiron, Smith, and Schaefer.
Now batting for the Vikings, Holland.
Only the second time these two teams have played. Last time was back in 2022. They played that game here. It was a 9-7 victory for the Rams. So Grady Holland will start us off, the center fielder. Davidson starts us off with a first pitch fastball, and we are underway. 5:58 first pitch, beautiful sun-filled skies, a few clouds hanging around, 80 degrees. Very blustery winds today, as we will see some gust up near 20. Flag just dancing around the flag out there in left center field, but we have had winds that has been behind us, and when it gusts up, you really feel it. No balls and 2 strikes. It's Davidson trying to make quick work of Holland here to start the ball game. And he does so. 3 straight pitches, and Mr. Holland sent packing. A Johnson chiropractic strikeout to start the ball game, 1 down.
Now batting for the Vikings, Thompson.
And that's just a guy coming right at you, saying, here it is, hit it if you can. So now Tanner Thompson will step in, the pitcher. Try to help his own cause here early on. Swinging from that left-handed side, as this one misses wide for a ball. Middle infield playing back at right at the outfield grass meeting of the turf. Outfield straightaway. Davidson's 1-1. Chopper over to Pennington. Plays it on the high hop. 2 down. That's one thing you get when you play off of the turf. You learn those bounces, and you can kind of see Pennington started to break on it and then slams on and takes that little high hop with it. But that's the nuances you get of playing on a true surface every single day. So 2 down, bases empty. The shortstop Tanner Korn climbs in. Deep in that right-handed batter's box, a big open stance. He lifts this one skyward, first base side. Bloss will give it a look, but he's going to run out of real estate. We'll check our trivia question coming up in the top of the 2nd inning. We're going to go back to 1998. We actually had real baseball trivia questions today, as we have had some Major League Baseball games over the years that have started on March 31st. So we'll have a really good one. If you're a Reds fan, it'll be right up your alley. Davidson tries to get the slider in there and lost it on the way to the plate. Count evens at 1-1. Stroh, the cleanup hitter in the on-deck circle, will go next. 2 down, bases empty here in a 1-1 count. This one's rocked into left field. That one's going to the gap. Korn's on his horse. He'll mow out to second base with a stand-up 2-out double. Just left that one up in the zone, and he turned it around in a hurry. So now the first baseman of Andy Stroh climbs in with a chance to stake the Vikings a run here in the first. Again, that's what happens. You live upstairs and you get those big guys to turn that bat around quickly, and they will rock it. A great job, though, by the outfield of getting to that one quickly and getting it back in, holding him to 2. Empties in a first pitch breaker that's in there for a called strike. Full collection of Major League Baseball games on tap tonight. 4 games in the 6 o'clock hour. Rangers at the Orioles, Pirates and Reds, Nationals, Phillies, White Sox, and Marlins. That one's high. Reds a win last night over the Pirates. They're 3-1 on the young season. One just upstairs for a ball, 2 balls and a strike. That's a dangerous place to live with that breaker. Korn out at second with a 2-out double. Davidson will look toward the bag, and to the plate he'll come. This one's hit back up the middle. Eisen can't get there. That one's going to sneak its way through. Here comes the throw toward the plate. It'll be cut off. It's going to be a 2-out RBI single by Andy Stroh, and Symmes Valley has a 1-0 lead. Well struck ball right back up the middle. Eisen did a great job trying to get there. So now Carson Brammer, the catcher, climbs in. 2-out magic here for the Vikings. This one's fisted foul over into the first base dugout. Heads up. We had a ball that got into the dugout last night that just about severed somebody's head off. It was on top of 2 players sitting in the dugout before they even knew the ball had come off the bat. Nice miss down and in. 1-1. Davidson was cruising through his first two batters. Then the double and the single. Laboring a little bit here to try to get out of the first and limit the damage to only one. Quick check and a throw back over. A lower throw may have given him an opportunity of picking that runner off. Had a good move there. Bremer leaks away from the bag over at first base. They'll check him again. Our umpire crew today, Anthony Stapleton behind the dish. Pierce. I can't read my own writing. How pathetic is that? I'll look here in just a second. I can't remember his last name. Pierce Cruz, I believe. This one's blistered back up the middle. Another base hit. Davidson tried to get a glove on it but couldn't do so. Pierce Reeves, our base umpire.
Now batting for the Vikings, Campbell.
Another third baseman, Mason Campbell, in. We get a courtesy runner for the catcher. Is Gates. So Stroh out at first, Stroh out at second, excuse me. Gates over at first. 2 down in the inning, 1-0 Vikings. That was in the turf. Nice job there by King to box that one up and keep the runners at second and first respectfully. Two and 0. After 2 quick outs, Vikings have spun it around with 3 consecutive hits, a double and 2 singles, one that drove in a run. And it's 3-0. Davidson getting ready to throw his 20th pitch of the frame. That was low, ball 4. 4 straight, and the bases are juiced here in the first. So now the left fielder, Chase Adams, comes on. So force anywhere. Symmes Valley with 3 hits in the inning. One's plated a run, all of them with 2 outs. A double, 2 singles, and a walk have the bases full. As the 7th batter of the inning comes to the plate, Davidson looking for a strike. He hasn't found it in the last 5. And we'll get a visit from the pitching coach, Chris Hughes, before he slings another one. Started the ball game off with a 3-pitch strikeout. Threw 3 pitches to the second batter. And since then, he's offered 15 and has not found an out since. Rams back in action here Thursday night. They've got Portsmouth West on tap, 5:30. Again, that game we will not have on the network. And then they head off to Myrtle Beach down at Ripken Park. They've got 10 total games scheduled, 6 JV games, 4 varsity games. And then when they return back home on April the 13th, we'll start things off with 63rd District seeding play with Greenup County here at Rams Stadium. 6 o'clock first pitch. Greenup, Russell, Lewis. That's the rotation for the Rams this year. Monday are home games, Tuesday road games. Davidson nearly hits him with that one. He's thrown 6 straight that have missed the strike zone. Nowhere to put him. The base is covered up with Vikings. Stroh at third, Gates running for the catcher. Bremer out at second, and Campbell over at first. Quick check of the runner, and it got him. Threw in behind the runner over at first base, and Campbell got caught looking, and that will get the Rams out of the jam. Symmes Valley leaves 2. They get 1. 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the first after this on the Rams Sports Network.
Trust is something earned, not given. For over 90 years, KFB has built trust in your community. We believe our neighborhood is our responsibility. Through our quality service, innovative products, and local decision-making, we are committed to your financial success. Better financials lead to a better life. All with the Better Bank headquartered in Boyd County and serving the tri-state. KFB, the bank you trust and the community you love.
When Faith opened Ram Pharmacy, many said a pharmacy would never make it in Raceland. Too small, not enough traffic, not a prime location. But one man remembered the words, "If I be lifted up, I will draw all men to me." At Ram Pharmacy, you're more than a customer. We care about your mind, body, and soul, and there's no thing we wouldn't do to help you with your healthcare needs. Proud supporters of Raceland Elementary and the high school, go Rams! Give God the praise and do Curtis a favor. Go to church on Sunday. Call 836-RAMS today. Ram Pharmacy, your friend for life.
Bottom of the first inning. Here's how the Vikings will line things up. Left to right will be Atkins, Hall, and Freeman. Third to first, Campbell, Korn, Hutchinson, and Stroh. Carson Brammer behind the dish. It'll be the right-hander of Tanner Thompson on the bump. 1-0 our score. As the Rams wiggle out of the jam there in the first. Davidson cruised through the first two batters in 6 pitches and then had the bases loaded with 2 down. It was a double, pair of singles. One of those plating the only run we've seen so far, but a nice pickoff over at first base with the bases juiced, and the Rams get out of the jam with only giving up 1. So top of the order for the Rams will start us off here. Gunnar Smith, Landon Bloss, and Brigham Davidson. And the junior center fielder of Gunnar Smith will get us going. Batting .400 on the day. He does not have 10 home runs, though. That is 10 hits. We've got to fix that. We'll fix it in the break. 5 runs driven in. I know what's happened. It's whenever that graphic went nuts. We'll fix it in the break here. It's all good. Listen, technology is wonderful when it's working right. And then if anything messes up, it just absolutely goes nuts. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here to start the home first. And it's going to be a little different looking from what the Rams saw last night. They had a southpaw that just was really heavy curveball, fastball that really didn't jump on you much, to a guy that's going to come right at you. Here's Landon Bloss, .458 hitter on the season. Looks at a breaking ball that tumbles in for a called strike. Bloss 11 hits on the season, 4 driven in. That one's downstairs, 1-1. Big thing for the Rams, they have been plunked almost as many times as they have been walked this season, which is a stat in itself. Raceland has been hit 23 times this year. They've only got 27 walks as a team. Big sweeper there that's a swing and a miss. 1-2. And sweeper, slider, what's your flavor? I've always been a slider guy. I don't think there's much difference between a sweeper and a slider. Some say the movement or whatever if you want to, but it's the same type of pitch. Here's the 1-2. Misses downstairs with a fastball. 2-2. Good location, though. You know, we played how many years of baseball with a slider, and then all of a sudden this metric stuff comes out and these analytics, and all of a sudden we have a new pitch called a slider and a slurve and then a sweeper. Now remember the slurve, that was kind of the mixture between the curveball and the slider, which is normal. But the sweeper just came out of nowhere, and I swear it was somebody on TV that said it one night and it just stuck. Here's the payoff pitch to Bloss. That was downstairs, ball 4, and a 1-out walk to Bloss.
Now batting for the Rams, the pitcher.
So the pitcher, Brigham Davidson, comes on.
Brigham Davidson.
Davidson, .381 hitter, 8 hits, 6 driven in. 1 double on the year. He's walked 5 times. Race on this season, 50 of 51 in stolen base attempts. Bloss with a healthy lead over there at first base. Now we'll get a time. Hey, while we have a break real quick, let's fix that graphic. One ball, no strikes. This one squirted foul over top of the third base side and out of play. Beautiful evening here at the ballpark. Again, first time with us here on the channel, hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you see something you like. Hit that bell and we'll alert you each time we put out new material. Be sure to follow us on Facebook as well as on Instagram, Rams Sports Network. There goes the runner. Bloss is going to take this one easily. This one's going to kick away out into shallow center field. Bloss is going to head to third. Heads up base running there by the junior, and the Rams with the tying run 90 feet away now. So credit Bloss on the stolen base. And then an error that moves him up. This count goes to 1-2. Infield comes in now. 1-2. This one's past the catcher to the backstop. Here comes Bloss easily to the plate. We're even at 1. That's a pass ball on the catcher. That one just went right through the mitt. And then I don't think he actually thought that the ball had gotten past him, as he had trouble finding it for a second. It was on the backstop. So infield resets back at normal play depth. 2-2 to Davidson at the plate. That one got away from him as he tried to come to the plate and missed widely bad. And a full count. So again, the get him on, get him over, get him in. Bloss got on, moved over himself in 2 bases after stealing second, and then was able to come home on the pass ball, or on the wild pitch, pass ball. I would go pass ball on that 100% of the time. I mean, it hit the catcher's mitt and went off the top of it. It wasn't far enough out of the zone where I would say it was a wild pitch. Payoff pitch. Misses high, ball 4. Back-to-back walks for the Rams. Let's see who our courtesy runner is going to be today. Looks like it's going to be Bryden Bush for our pitcher. Bush comes on to run over at first base. He's 6 of 6 in stolen base attempts this season. And Parker Eisen climbs in. Eisen batting .320 on the season, 8 hits, 7 driven in. Middle infield a little shallow at double play depth, if you will. Quick check of the runner at first base. He's back easily. If you got us tuned in on the channel tonight, drop me a message there in the chat box. Let me know where you're listening from or viewing from, and I will give you a shout out on the air. Jacob Hankins down on the camera for a little bit tonight, waiting on my wife to arrive. She had to go get her new glasses tonight. God knows that we need all the glasses help that she can get. When she comes back, he'll be joining me here in the broadcast booth. Davidson, runner Bush easily down to second base as the pitch misses high, and the Rams with the go-ahead run now out at second base. Bush is an aggressive runner, and he's gotten picked out a couple of times this year, but his aggressive nature has really gotten him going to where he is a threat on the base paths. Now let's see what the Rams elect to do. You've got Eisen with great speed on that right-handed side. See if they play a little small ball here. And they're leaving that right side wide open for Eisen. Now if he can stay back and push one that direction. He's got all kinds of daylight over there to try to push one through and give the Rams the lead. Now Thompson, not certain what the mix-up is. He stepped out twice now. Just kind of keeps looking at his catcher like, I don't know what that is. Now he's got the one he wants from the belt. 1-0, hard hit ball back up the middle. That sees its way through into center field. It's a base hit. It's going to be an RBI single as Bush comes in easily, and the Rams in front 2-1. Guess which bat it was? Oh, trusty yellow.
Now batting for the Rams, the designated hitter, number 18, Graydon Floyd.
So Eisen gives the Rams the lead with the RBI single. And now the designated hitter of Graydon Floyd. As you see the camera bouncing back and forth there, that is not a camera operator. That is the wind causing that. Blustery winds today. Eisen swipes second base easily as that pitch misses upstairs. Rams are going to run today. There's no question about that. They get on, they are going green light. Now let's see how many they can put across. Only one out in the frame. That was on the first pitch of the Rams at-bats in which Gunnar Smith grounded out to second. Floyd with a big stick on that right-handed side. Lays off that pitch, and he's ahead 2-0. One hopped one out of here last week as he bounced it over the left center field wall. And then last night, took it over the right field bullpen. He has been flirting of getting one out of here in a hurry. Today would be a good day to do that. Only a freshman, but he's got plenty of power from that right-handed side, and our second baseman needs a moment. He may need more in a moment. And if you're just now joining us, Symmes Valley got a run in the first inning. They did it all with 2 outs. Korn with a double. Stroh drove him in. They loaded the bases. But then Campbell got picked off at first base to end the inning, and it was 1-0. The Rams, a pair of runs here in the frame. Landon Bloss and Brigham Davidson with walks. Bloss stole second, moved up on a throwing error. And then Parker Eisen drove in Davidson's courtesy runner, Bryden Bush. And that's where we stand right now with the runner at second base and Floyd at the plate ahead 2-0. Here comes a throw down to third base. Nice jump there by Parker Eisen. The Rams stealing at will here early on. Floyd ahead 3-0. And another runner 90 feet from home plate will bring the infield back in again for the Vikings. If you're Floyd here, obviously you're probably taking all the way, but then after that, you're just looking to get something you can do something with. Corners are going to stay in now. Middle goes back. Darts the outside corner, 3-1. Bottle this day up and keep it forever. This would be perfect weather all year long. 2 days of snow of about 7-8 inches on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and then you could just keep at this temperature all year. Had him guessing there on the breaking ball, and he's in a full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hi, Mr. Jacob Hankins. I'll give you a moment there. He's breathing heavy. We'll wait and get him in the next inning. He just walked from down at the third base line up the steps. He's winded. Payoff pitch. Hard hit ball out to short. It'll get the run home. Korn with a strong throw. They'll dig it out of the turf. And the Rams extend the lead as 3-1.
Now batting for the Rams, the catcher, number 32, Braden King.
How you doing, Jacob?
Pretty good.
Jacob doing a little bit of everything tonight. Running a camera. Now he's up here doing some commentary with me.
I'm at a baseball field. I'm happy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can't ask for better weather than this. Freshman catcher Brady King in. Bases empty, 2 down. Rams in front, 3-1. This is a little bleeder out toward the shortstop, who will make a running grab, and he'll end the inning. The Rams dent the scoreboard 3 times, 3-1 as we head to the second. Return after this on the Rams Sports Network.
Since 1992, DSI has been serving their customers with quality products and affordable prices for 33 years. DSI offers a wide variety of gear for your favorite team and also offers wholesale and retail screen printing, embroidery, vinyl, and direct-to-film applications. DSI also welcomes your custom design for your team, business, or anything you may need. Have a vision? Let DSI's custom design team make that vision a reality. For over 30 years, DSI has been the trusted name for quality products and an affordable price. Check them out at 511 Greenup Avenue in Raceland or online at supertees.com. When joint and muscle pain slow you down, let Doc get your body realigned at Johnson Chiropractic. Dr. Shannon Johnson offers a wide variety of treatments from chiropractic care, corrective exercises, and electrical stimulation. Doc also offers DOT exams and drug screens. He also provides pre- and postnatal chiropractic services to help new mothers alleviate stress drug-free. To schedule an appointment, call 606-473-5151 or visit them online at drshannonjohnson.com. That's Johnson Chiropractic's proud supporter of Raceland Athletics.
(3-1) Raceland as we go to the top of inning number 2. So close. Interesting number there on the scoreboard, Jacob. 1 run. Oh, man, we went to the top of the 11th. Boy, this game got crazy. There we go. 1 run on 3 hits, 3 runs on 1 hit.
Yeah.
And again, that's Raceland baseball, though.
Yeah.
Taking advantage of the other team's mistakes. And again, 2 big walks, and they capitalized with both of them.
And a lot of speed, and it showed. They had probably 2 or 3 stolen bags in that half inning.
So 7, 8, and 9 due up this inning. We can hear that wind just howling here tonight.
Yeah, I'm ready for the warm weather and no wind.
You're not going to get that no matter where you go, especially headed down toward the beach, obviously, for you. You're going to get wind anytime you go. But, again, wind in 85 is okay. Wind in 35 is not.
Not okay.
No. Here's Chase Atkins, the left fielder, to start things off. Davidson quickly ahead, 0-2. How big is it when a pitcher goes out? He had to battle to get himself through that first inning after a quick 2 outs, and then comes out here with a 3-1 lead.
It's huge. I mean, it's got to build your confidence up and get out there and just play your game, let your defense work.
Caught him looking on a called strike 3 at the knees, a Johnson Chiropractic strikeout. 1 down here in the second. Take a look at this on the Ice and Cards and Collectibles instant replay. Really good location. That's something when Davidson can own the bottom of the zone, he becomes so deadly because of, 1, the slider, the second pitch is that changeup.
Yeah, he can just drop it off the table.
This one's hammered out toward left. Cold Iron drops back, no problem. Interesting, as we talk about Cold Iron, interesting stat about this game. The last time these two teams played back in 2022, only time they've ever played, Raceland won that game 9-7. Guess who got the save in that game?
Is it him or his brother?
His brother, Clay Cold Iron, did that.
He might have been a little bit.
Yeah, he was a little younger at that point. I had to wait for a ball to go to Cade to be able to get Clay in there. So Ben Hutchinson, the second base, is in. He's down quickly. He'll slow roll this one out to Pennington. Gobbles it up, and a quick inning for the Rams on 6 pitches for Brigham Davidson. 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the second. Back after this on the Rams Sports Network.
When you find yourself in the need of a lawyer, Blackburn Law should be your first phone call in your time of need. Specializing in bankruptcy, criminal law, family law, and worker disability, Blackburn Law can help guide you every step of the way. Blackburn Law is dedicated to providing exceptional legal services with a personalized touch. For more information, call 606-836-5435 or visit them online at blackburnlaw.net. With over 30 years of experience in representing clients to successful solutions, Blackburn Law is in your corner. That's Blackburn Law, a proud supporter of Raceland Athletics.
Life moves fast, and the moments don't wait. The first steps, the first home, the dreams you work so hard for. Where you place your trust matters. At Members Choice Credit Union, We're here for every milestone, through the hard days, the hopeful days, and everything in between. Your money, your future, your choice.
I purposely went Sunday fishing to get this right here. I wanted some sun on my face and body before I head down to the tropics. Bottom of the second inning, Pennington, Cold Iron, and Schaefer do up this inning. Bottom of the order for the Rams. They lead at 3-1. Here's our trivia question tonight. This date, 1998. This player started for the Cincinnati Reds, Barry Larkin at shortstop. Who was he? A, Aaron Boone. Yes, the Yankees manager, Aaron Boone. His brother Brett Boone also played on that team that year, by the way. B, Pokey Reese. C, Eduardo Perez. D, Willie Green. Text me, 606-571-7281. We'll check the answer at the top of the fifth inning. Jacob, did you have your answer before I just pointed it to our producer?
Yeah, and I was wrong.
Okay. So don't tell us. We got to find a sponsor for that, too. We'll try to get some gift certificates or some type of a gift that we can give out for our viewers that are here. We got a lot of viewers that are actually sitting out here watching the game as we're calling and stuff. We got people at home watching, too. Again, we always encourage people, come watch the game. Go home and watch it on the replay. Come out here and support the teams. We got a late player jogging out. Mr. Holland was late coming out. There comes an answer already coming in. I knew we would get one in here early. He was asleep last night. He didn't even respond, which was odd. As I said, he usually is in pretty quick. Michael Pennington, he'll lead it off. He looks at a first pitch breaking ball. Pennington's using a new bat tonight, by the way. And we were talking today at school. He said he was going to get his new bat. I said, you don't need a new bat.
Nope.
I said, you're going to get a $500 bat and a $5 swing. He said it's a $1,000 swing.
So we'll see.
He has been hitting the ball really well here lately. And there it is, into the gap. He said, shut up, Mr. Collier. That one's on the fence for two. Here he comes around. He wants his third triple of the season. He's going to come in standing up with a leadoff triple. Package that one up and bottle it. What a way to start the second here by Michael Pennington, his third triple of the season.
It's about $1 million swing.
That was a beautiful swing, and he did it where exactly he wanted to go with it. Hit it in that gap out there.
And he caught the fastball.
And that's, again, jump on that fastball early. That's something that we were talking today, and they were talking that this pitcher, they were kind of worried about, what he was going to have, and they talked about he had a really good fastball, and I said, that's good for you guys. I said, just jump on the fastball early. Don't let him get to the breaking ball. So now Kate Coldiron steps in. Foul tips this one away. Corners stay in. Middle stays back right now. Rams in front 3-1. Great start to the ball game here in the second inning for Michael Pennington. Great kid. I've had him in class for a couple of years. Senior this year, one of the two seniors. This one catches the catcher. He did not catch it. It caught him. It's funny. We came out today. We've been working on a section in our class. We've been working trig because the seniors are getting – most of my seniors in that class, they're getting ready to start their final project after spring break, and they're going to do construction on a house. So they're going to build a house out of popsicle sticks, dowel rods, and glue sticks. So we're doing basic trig to learn about angles and how to construct stuff and so forth. So today we came out, and they had to prove the distances on the baseball field. So they had to find the angle at home plate that intersects from second base to home plate. They had to measure home plate to second base. And then they had to find where the 45-degree angle created itself between the rubber and in front of first base. And no, it is not all the way down the line at first base. That one's downstairs. And I had one student today, they tried to kind of push it through, and I went, no. You can't just use somebody else's. You got to show me the work. And we come out here, and Michael goes to measure second base. I go, you don't get to talk about him. I said, you know what the distance is. And I told everybody, I said, hey, by the way, I know the exact distance to the 10th, so don't try to cheat me. 2-2 pitch. Hard hit ball, right side base hit. Cade Coldiron does it again. He'll go the opposite way. That brings Pennington home, 4-1 Raceland.
Another really good swing there by the Rams to start this bottom half of the second inning.
I was talking to his dad today at school, and I said, the big thing with the approach, the first two swings are yours. Swing out of your shoes if you want to. Last swing, once you get to two strikes, that's the team's. That was the team swing right there.
short, compact, and kind of just stay through the ball.
Just
start it the other way.
And hit it hard the other way. Don't just try to throw your hands at it. Power through it. So Aiden Schaefer's in. Look at a fastball for a called strike. Schaefer last night worked in relief for Bloss through an inning and 2/3, faced 5 batters. He struck out 4 of them. First time he'd ever been on the mound.
It's a good night.
That was a really good night. The funny thing was we had one replay last night. As this one will go past the catcher and to the backstop, another pass ball on him. Our replays run 15 seconds long when we hit the save on him. He threw 2 pitches during the 15 seconds. We had 2 pitches in the replay. I mean, that's how he was working last night. He was just getting the ball. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. And it was funny. He talked after the game and he said, my defense gave me the confidence to go out there and do that. I just tried to do what my job was. He looked really comfortable on the mound. And I think, a left-handed stick or left-handed arm, that's big. There's a chopper over to short. Corn's going to have to hurry. Nice throw and a strong throw there by the shortstop, but it will move the runner over to third base, 1 down in the inning.
Yeah, that lets you know, you don't have to be overpowering. Just throw strikes. High school hitters will get themselves out.
And that's the thing was last night, it wasn't that he was overpowering. He was just in and out of the zone, moving it up and down and just throwing he was not throwing to contact. He was throwing it past him, but it was because of the way his ball was coming out of that left-handed side. It was jumping.
Yeah.
If Marty Mills was looking, he's like, wait a minute, we might have just found something. A guy maybe you could go to late in a ball game that can come in and do some damage for you. And Gunnar Smith's going to wear this one. Again, not uncharacteristic for the Rams this season. They have been hit 24 times. That's the 5th time Smith has been hit this season. And that leads the team. So great speed on the base paths now by Smith being at first base. Corners will come in. Middle stays back looking for a double play ball, and Landon Bloss comes on. He scored the first run of the ball game after reaching on a walk. Stole second and also got home after the errant throw took him to third and then was driven home by Parker Ison. Smith out to second on a defensive indifference, so it doesn't count as a stolen base.
But that was no shocker. He knew first and third.
Yeah.
They're just going to take second.
Surprised the infield doesn't come in here, though. Nice pitch on the outer half. 1-1. Two on, 1 out for the Rams, leading at 4-1. 3 in the first, 1 more already here in the second after the leadoff triple from Michael Pennington. Bloss lets that one go. It'll squirt away from Brammer behind the dish as Bloss goes ahead 2-1. Full collection of games around the Bigs tonight. One game underway, top of the first down in Baltimore. Rangers and Orioles underway in a scoreless affair. Reds, Pirates, Nationals, Phillies, White Sox at the Marlins. How about the Chicago White Sox? They're 1-3, no shocker. The Marlins 3-1. Now, give it about a month, and that's probably be the only wins that they've got. Here's a beautiful bunt down the third base side, and everybody's going to be safe. Bloss dropped it in, and you couldn't have walked it out there and laid it any better. It's going to be an RBI infield single, 5-1 Raceland.
That just shows the versatility of this Rams offense. No matter what, they can square the bunt.
And the thing with Bloss is you're looking at a guy that, is literally somebody that can hit for power. And what's he doing? He's up there small balling.
Yeah.
Center fielder, I believe, is getting some sunglasses. Or nope, changing a glove as we get a meeting at the mound. Let's take a look at our trivia question again while we have a break. This date, 1998. This player for the Cincinnati Reds started for the legendary shortstop of Barry Larkin. Who was he? A. Aaron Boone, B. Pokey Reese, C. Eduardo Perez, D. Willie Green. All 4 of those played the infield for the Reds that season. And only one of them started in that game for the legendary Larkin. Text me the answer. Be sure to put your name and the answer A, B, C, or D. And we'll check the answer at the top of the 5th inning. At the corners for the Rams, 1 down. Bloss does that big hop off of first base, just enough to get that pitcher's attention. The one thing the Rams do, they don't get huge leads when they come off the bag at first. It's that secondary lead that takes them into a great jump.
Yeah, it's that progressive.
There he goes. It was a hit and run, and unfortunately for the Rams, Davidson fouls this one away. Lost jogging back. Come on, man.
Couldn't put that in play.
Put that in play. You talk about what Bloss does. Two-sport athlete, heck of a football player. Playing the interior of that linebacking unit. Also one of the running backs for the Rams. This one's down and in. Bloss will move up on the passed ball. So now 2 runners in scoring position for the Rams. 2 across here in the inning. They lead at 5-1. Davidson trying to help his own cause here. That was a balk.
I thought so too.
That was 100% a balk.
You know, he did that earlier. I can't remember who was on base, but he went quick.
Well,
I believe when it was Bloss on third,
that time when he came, he stopped and went up and down. He came to a stop motion, and when he went forward again, that's the feint. I would have honestly called that a balk. 2-1.
Majority of the time you can spot him. If it looks a little off, then it's more than likely a balk.
Yeah, it is. And again, this is the first game of the year for the Vikings. I texted with Coach Holland today, and he sent me some stuff. He goes, I don't have a whole lot to send you. He said, we haven't played this year. It's all good. I understand. Totally understand. Again, Ohio teams, they get started a little bit later in the year.
They do play less games.
They do. Nice pitch there on the outer half, 3-2. So again, you play less games, you get a later start. Kentucky, they want to get as many of those games in as they can. 30 games they'll play, and they'll try to stretch them out as much as they can. Hard to believe you're looking at Raceland here almost a third of the way through the season. Payoff pitch to Davidson. That one's downstairs, and the bases are full. Davidson's on board for the second walk in his at-bats.
Now back for the Rams, the shortstop.
We'll get a courtesy runner over at first base for him as Brian Bush will come on to run. And Parker Ison's in. RBI single, his first time through today.
Well, the good thing here for Symmes Valley is you don't got to worry about Bryden taking a bag.
No, you're you got to deal with the guy at the plate right now, and he don't want to give him a good pitch as he can put it in the gap and do some damage in a hurry. Big opportunity here for the Rams to put a big number up on the board. Here's a hot chopper over towards short. This is going to be a tough play. Nice job by Korn to knock that one down bare hand, but he's not going to be able to make a throw with ice and speed. It's going to be an RBI single in the infield, and it's 6-1 Raceland. That was a great play by the shortstop. He got caught between the hop, and the only thing he had a chance to do was go meat hand and throw that hand out there, and he grabbed it and just barehanded it and did a smart play, though. He didn't throw the baseball.
Yeah, and that play there alone just saved probably another run.
Yeah, because you throw that ball away, you've put in at least 2.
Yeah. If that ball squirts through, maybe Bloss tries to push things.
And a dangerous bat at the plate here with Graydon Floyd. Leads the team in RBIs with 10. He's only trying to do some damage on that swing as he was trying to park that one over about the second deck of the middle school. This is a night he would like to have that ball that he hit on a ground hopper over top the left center field fence when it was cold.
Yeah.
That ball would be gone.
Get out.
Yes. One hop the right field bullpen last night. This one's passed to the catcher to the backstop. Here comes Bloss for the second time of the ball game as he'll come home. 7-1 Raceland, 4 across here in the frame. Wild pitch on that one. So both runners move up on the pitch. So 2 in scoring position now for the Rams. Raceland looking for win number 9 on the season and as many opportunities. Have a chance to win here tonight, a win on Thursday. They'll head to the beach 10-0. They've got some really good competition lined up down at Myrtle. Infield in now. 2. Again, the most important games for everybody in the 63rd coming up starting April 13th. Monday, Tuesday for those first 3 weeks there with Raceland, Greenup, Lewis, and Russell all playing each other Monday, Tuesday series. And that's what sets the district seeding games District this year, I believe, is at Russell, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
3-1.
You better hope it's warm those days, because that wind up there will howl.
It will howl, and it's one of those places, too, as a pitcher, you got to keep it down. You get a ball out of that ballpark in a hurry.
We saw it a few years ago when they had the regional tournament up there. Had a few balls hit into the tennis courts out in center field.
3-1 pitch, fouled away, yeah. And I've seen balls hit in the tennis courts out there with wind in the face. I think one of the longest balls I remember seeing up there, and I can't remember the young man's name, he was a lefty for Russell, had no batting gloves.
Nathan Totten.
It might have been, yeah, it was. He hit one up in the right field trees, and I mean just a stiff wind in his face that was still going up when it went into the trees. It was smoked. I'm pretty sure Hunter Lax for Raceland hit one of the tennis courts over there one night. Payoff pitch. That's wide, ball 4, and they're loaded again. As a left-hander hitting a ball into the tennis courts, that shows you the power.
Yeah.
Nick Conley hit several in the tennis courts out there for Russell. So Braden King in, a ground out his first time through today. No, excuse me, popped out to short, my mistake. Hit a little bleeder out there to Korn at shortstop. 4 across for the Rams here in the inning. They lead at 7-1. Bush running for Davidson over at third. Ison at second. Floyd running over at first. The Rams sending the 9th batter of the inning to the plate.
This is something, if you're Symmes Valley, you probably want to try to get a double play ball and not turn that over to the hot bat of Michael Pennington.
Nice breaking ball there by Thompson. That's his 51st pitch, or his 29th of the inning. Again, if you're King here, just try to do a job. Ground ball somewhere that's not going to be a double play, or a ball in the outfield and let a runner score. Situational baseball right here. And this is something for the freshmen, a good position to be in. Fouls this one away. Again, just kind of dropped under that one ever so slightly. Those hands. Yep. You can kind of see that back shoulder collapse just a little bit. You got to stay pure and through that one. That's something he'll get. King has been, a good addition behind the plate as only a freshman. Again, you get freshman starting time as a catcher, you're doing something.
Yeah, it shows the confidence that the coaching staff has in you.
And he's done a good job controlling his pitching staff as well. Good job there fouling that one off. He's got a really good player behind him, too. They got 2 good options behind the plate. Ethan Riley, a 7th grader. He's bigger than Braden. He does not look like a 7th grader. The thing with Braden is that he's learning the nuances of varsity baseball. And you can watch his progression and his confidence every game behind the plate, doing a really good job. 0-2 hits him. He has been hit in every ball game this season, I'm pretty sure. Second hit batter. He told me that today in the hallway. I don't think that was true, though. Let me look here and see. That's only his 5th hit by pitch. The Rams, this is their 9th game of the season, so he's maybe just a little bit off there. But he's going to draw an RBI out of it on the hit by pitch. And Ethan Castle will come on to run for the catcher over at first base. And this guy, for the second time in the inning, bring that heater stick to the plate. Let's see if he can do something with it. He told me today, too, said all the players said, I make them nervous so they can hear me talking at the plate when they come to the plate. I guess, he's a golfer, too. Maybe we need to talk like he's a golf swing. I told him, I don't have a golf voice. I'm sorry.
It's not possible.
No. Hard hit ball through the whole left side, base hit. Here comes Floyd to the plate. The throw will not come in behind him. It's going to be a 2 RBI single for Michael Pennington. And the Rams make it 10-1. Pennington's second hit in the inning.
Have an inning.
Have an inning.
Don't have a game, have an inning.
Don't have a game, have an inning.
Still left fielder, number 7, K. Collier.
2 for 2 with 2 RBIs and a triple. And that might be it for Mr. Thompson. Again, 55 pitches deep in the first game of the season. And it's going to be a call for the bullpen for the Vikings. Let's make sure that he does make a call for it. They will. Instead of taking a break here, let's take a look at the recap from last night's win for the Rams, 9-2 over West Carter.
Hot off a pair of wins on their first road trip of the season, Raceland Baseball returned home with a visit from West Carter. Raceland grabbed an early 1-0 lead, but the Comets answered back with a solo homer in the second. The Rams would take the lead for good in the home second with 2 additional runs as they pulled away late for a 9-2 victory. Raceland coach Marty Mills said although it was a solid win, the Rams were slow out of the gate.
We're a little slow to start off with. Our approaches are getting better. But, that's one thing we need to try to really hunt first pitch a little bit better.
Raceland did a bulk of their damage in the fourth when they dented the scoreboard 5 times, all of which came with 2 outs in the frame. Graydon Floyd hammered a 2-out, 2 RBI ground rule double as the Rams took advantage of extra at-bats thanks to 3 Wes Carter errors in the inning.
Well, that's the idea. I mean, you get 3 outs for a reason. So a lot of times, you get 2 outs, and you think, well, no, it's a lot of, they call it, 2-out lightning. So that's what we kind of look at for sometimes.
Landon Bloss took the win from the bump. He fanned 8 while allowing only 1 run. Aiden Schaefer fanned 4 of the 5 batters he faced in relief in his first outing of the season.
Feels really good, man. I had a lot of confidence, and I like to thank my teammates for that. Just knowing that they can make the plays behind me is just an amazing feeling as a pitcher.
Raceland had 6 hits in the game, with Brigham Davidson and Floyd driving in a pair of runs each. The Rams swiped 7 bags as well. With nearly a third of the season in the books, Mills said the team is trying to pay more attention to detail before heading off to Myrtle Beach for spring break next week.
Well, we're trying to refine some things, get done spring break down to Myrtle, and we'll have a busy week down there. We got 10 games JV varsity-wise, and everybody except for our 2 seniors will be playing probably in a lot of those different games too. So we're just trying to get a lot of games in, a lot of reps, and then see how it shakes out coming back. After that, we got district play.
Raceland welcomes Symmes Valley tonight at 6 p.m. You can catch all the action right here on the Rams Sports Network. For the Rams Sports Network, I'm James Collier.
Good win for the Rams last night, 9-2 over West Carter. 10-1, they lead it here in the second inning. They plated 7 as we get a new pitcher to the bump of Andy Stroh. Stroh come in from the first base position. Thompson moves to center field. Holland will go from center to first base. And the 2 runners on base right now still belong to Thompson, so his book is still open. The Rams have batted around. This will be the 11th hitter of the inning. And it has been the inning highlighted by Michael Pennington. Is it possible to claim player of the game honors in 1 inning?
I think so.
I mean, could we just go ahead and make the graphic now and say, Michael Pennington, you are the player of the game tonight? I mean,
2 for 2.
2 for 2. Maybe he needs to take a night off every other night. Maybe he's like LeBron. That's what he needs. He needs those rest nights, and he comes back and makes up for it. So Kate Coldiron, he'll step in. Drove in a run in his first time through in this inning. Poked one through hard on the right side.
There's another gap over there that you can try to shoot it over there too.
This one's to the backstop, but it's going to put 2 runners in scoring position. I'm sorry, that is a pass ball. People may argue, say it was bounced in there. I'm sorry, if it goes between the legs of a catcher. I'm a catcher guy. I'm calling that a pass ball all day long. It can go anywhere else. It can't go through the 5-hole. Infield stays back, corners in. This one's chopped down the line at third base. Marty Mills just turns and watches it go through. Coach Mills got a pretty good resume. 213-70. Took over in 2017. Started his first year at 17-16. Went on to a 24-win season in 2018. District champs in 19 on a 30-8 year. 21 won the region championship, his first of 2. The second one coming back in 2023 and a 25-10 year that year. Coldiron goes back ahead in 2-1. And again, you gotta think about that. The 21-23 seasons and the 20 season wasn't in there, and that year they were loaded. And the COVID took it out. He's still salty about that one. 3 balls and a strike. Yeah, we've talked about that several times, and you even mentioned something about 2020. I don't want to talk about it. There should have been another one. 9 consecutive years out of his 10 that he's been coaching, they've been all-A region champs. They'll play host to the 15th region champ the week of the Greenup Series when we return from spring break. It's foul tipped into the mitt. Winner of that game will move on to the Elite Eight, goes on to Owensboro to play for a state championship in the All-A. That's a big series for the small schools.
Yeah.
That's something that means a lot to Raceland.
Something that gives them an opportunity to shine, really show how good they are.
And Cold Iron takes a look at this one and is caught looking for the second out of the inning.
Now batting for the Rams, the right fielder, number 21,
Aiden Schaefer's in. He grounded out to short his first time through. Base knock here would put 2 more across. Raceland already with 7 in the inning.
Huge lead out at second by Pennington.
Yeah, Pennington's almost at third base. Nice job there by Brammer keeping that one out in front of him. Hey, real quickly, as the summer temperatures are hanging around here, as you start your spring cleanup work and getting ready to beautify those lawns, it's Mulch Madness time here in Raceland. $5 a bag. You can get them from any football player. Contact the coaches. They will deliver it to your house. $5 a bag. Mulch Madness here for Raceland football. I like that. Mulch Madness.
Mulch Madness.
That's a good little adage there. 1-0. That one's on the outer half. This inning has been going for a long time. We are an inning and 2/3 into this ball game. 57 minutes already. We started 2 minutes early tonight, too. They must have heard me last night because I was complaining we started 5 minutes late.
We start 2 minutes early today.
Yeah,
just because we started 5 minutes
I
late.
looked up, and it's, usually what time I go on the air, it's getting close to that. I start at 5:50, and 5:48, umpires are at home plate, and here come the coaches. I'm like, wait a minute now.
Throwing me off.
Get me out of my cycle here a little bit. BW3's got us off our cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
got some good food over there, but it took way too long.
There's nobody there.
No, that was the problem. 2-1, that hit him. Third hit by pitch in the ball game. Schaefer's on for the first time in the contest, and the bases are juiced. And back to the top of the order we go for Gunnar Smith, who will hit for the second time in the inning. He was hit by a pitch his last time through.
Number 1, Gunnar Smith.
Do they get to 30 hit by pitches before spring break?
Yeah. I mean, it's.
Where are they at? 20.
Let's see. Let me make sure I get the right year. They are 23 coming in.
They have 3 today.
Maybe a bit 26. Yeah, there's a good chance of it. I mean, they crowd that inside of the plate so much. They force pitchers that want to pitch inside. That you got to do that. You've got to find your control on that inner side, and back-to-back hit by pitches. Smith's going to get an RBI out of it. His second time he's been hit by a pitch today. I'll let you answer that question for yourself. They're going to get to 30?
They're going to get to 30. They might get 30 to this game.
And it's something that when you look at it, it's something that a team can do they crowd the inner half so well.
Yeah.
That they force pitchers, they won't come inside, and they throw everything middle away, and they just leave balls over the plate, and when they miss, it's a hit by pitch. Now Landon Bloss is in. Bases juiced. 2 down. That one misses inside. Nearly got him. Bloss an RBI. His last time through with a bunt down the third baseline. He walked his first time through. Second time here in the inning that he's come through. Raceland in front 11-1. 2 balls and no strikes to Landon Bloss. I haven't been able to keep an eye on it, but you wonder about Brigham Davidson. Has he been out throwing any in this very lengthy inning? He's in the on-deck circle.
It's got to be something that he's had in the back of his mind, knowing that this inning has been so long.
What a play by the shortstop, and a dandy pick as Korn bobbled it, meat hands, and fires a dart across the diamond to stop the bleeding. Take a look at this on the Ice and Cards and Collectibles instant replay. Out of the glove, off the hand, and launches it across to beat Bloss at the bag. The Rams plate 8. It's 11-1 Raceland through 2. Back after this on the Rams Sports Network.
Ison's Cards and Collectibles, located at 214 Main Street in Old Russell, is your headquarters for sports collectibles, along with a huge selection of Funko Pop characters, from sports figures to novelty characters to choose from. Ison's also offers team apparel for pro and collegiate teams and has varsity team jackets available for all local teams with customization available. Ison's features several autographed jerseys for purchase, with cards for every set available as well. Stop by Ison's Cards and Collectibles, located on 214 Main Street in Old Russell, and check them out on Facebook.
Trust is something earned, not given. For over 90 years, KFB has built trust in your community. We believe our neighborhood is our responsibility. Through our quality service, innovative products, and local decision-making, we are committed to your financial success. Better financials lead to a better life, all with the Better Bank headquartered in Boyd County and serving the tri-state. KFB, the bank you trust and the community you love.
Top of three, 11-1 Raceland after the Rams plate 8 in an inning that belonged to Michael Pennington. A leadoff triple. He drove in a run later in the inning. Raceland with 6 hits, 5 of those coming in that frame. After having only 1 hit in the first inning that they plated 3, and they put in 5 hits and put up 8 runs in that last inning. Defensive change for the Rams. Sam Lind has entered the ballgame. He'll play left field now for Kate Coldiron. Top of the order coming back through for the visiting Vikings, Holland Thompson and Korn. And give a hat tip out to the shortstop of Korn. That play that he made was unbelievable. We're going to get another defensive alignment change. Aiden Schaefer's going to exit the ball game as Bryden Bush will enter out in right field.
Rams changing things up.
So if they bring Schaefer off, maybe go loosen up. Let's see you throw a little bit more. He went through a few pitches last night. I mean, through 5 batters, he struck 4 of them out. He didn't throw very many balls either. So Davidson, after the very lengthy layoff, starts the first pitch that Mr. Holland sees with a swinging strike. Struck him out the first time through. Big breaky ball that gets in there for a called strike, 0-2. That's something you worry about when a pitcher has that long layoff when they come back in. What are they going to be like? Now, today, a very warm day. Easy to stay loose than it is on a colder night. 0-2 slider down and away, call it for a swinging strike 3. It's a Johnson chiropractic strikeout for Davidson. There's one down here in the third.
And
Go ahead.
If you are in a cooler game and it's not as warm as it is today, you might see them here throwing out behind the dugout with their plyo balls and beating the crap out of the back of that dugout.
So Tanner Thompson's in as Davidson fans his 3rd batter of the ball game. Nice fastball, just misses.
Like the pop of the catcher's mitt there.
You know, you go back to that last strike that he got there to end that at-bat, that big slider down and away. And a lot of that simply comes because of what you do to set up the at-bat early by the fastball up, the fastball in, and then boom, slider away.
Yeah. Tunnel your pitches.
Pops this one out to Bloss. He'll settle and flip. Davidson trying to beat the race to the bag, and he does so. We've seen those two this season tag team for a couple of nice plays over at first base. That's as good as it gets as well. 2 down here in the inning on the Ison's Cards and Collectibles instant replay. Nice job there by Bloss to stay with it. Davidson doing exactly as he's taught. And you can see it right there. Getting 1 foot on the bag before the runner gets there. So Tanner Korn steps in. He blistered a ball his first time through on a double out in the gap. That young man has got a glove. More importantly, a hand and an arm. Hard hit ball over to third, and that one gets past Smith on a diving attempt. Lynn scoops it up. It'll be a 2-out single. And Korn turns it around quickly and a rope down the line at third. Smith gave it an effort with a diving attempt, but just couldn't get there.
Those are kind of hard to get to, especially that far down the line.
Such a hard hit ball, and he gave a great effort to get there. And Lynn off the bench doing a great job getting over there and holding him to a single. So now Andy Stroh comes in, now the pitcher of the ball game. He'll take a look at a pitch inside for a called strike. He singled on a ball right back up the middle. That right there was darn near a balk as well. He went very quick. Again, you know me, I'll call a spade a spade. I don't care what jersey it's wearing. That was extremely quick to the plate. One downstairs, 2-1. Again, you see pitchers, they do a good job. That's one of the things they like to do. Their cadence. They don't want to get predictable.
Yeah,
you get some pitchers that get so predictable about how they go to the plate, and you could time them up so well.
And if you're against a team like Raceland that likes to run, that really opens their offense up even more.
Pitch up and in, called strike 2-2. I think he got a benefit of the doubt on that one. See if he goes with a big hook here. I'd go way off the plate with this one. 2's wild. Little excuse me swing. It's going to find its way over to the left side. A nice job there by Parker Eisen to run it down. The runner didn't realize where the ball was, and he's going to run into it out over at third. I don't think that he thought that the ball had gone into the glove of Eisen. Let's see what happens here. Maybe he thought that there was time had been called. Eric Holland coming out and having a word with the umpires.
I believe he ran into the second baseman of Michael Pennington. I think that's what
I didn't see that side of it.
Chattering about.
And now they're going to bring Marty Mills back out, and they're going to put him back out on the field. So this is going to be interference. So Korn will go to third. Trying to remember how this gets put in play. It goes, as I believe, as a fielder's choice. Nope, here we go. Let's see. Hang on.
Should be.
I think it goes as a fielder's choice is how it goes in. And then he's going to move over to third on the defensive interference. There we go. Wait a minute, hang on. No, actually, that will go back as a single. That was an infield single first. That's how that ball played out. Okay. Trying to keep track of everything. There we go. Then he'll move over to third on the defensive interference. There we go. Now we're good. So credit with a hit. Runners at the corners. Like to keep it straight.
A lot going on in one play there.
And, a good job there by the umpires. Get together. Eric Holland come out and said, hey, wait a minute, I think my guy got interfered with out here. Umpires got together, had a conversation, brought Marty Mills out, told him what he had, and then they fixed the game and put it. And again, that's all you can ask for.
Just get it right.
Yeah. If you feel like you got the correct answer, then go with it. They got the runner picked off over at first. They're going to go for the out. They're going to have to take the out as the run will score. And they will get him over at first base. So it will get the runner home of Korn. Stroh's going to be picked off. It'll go 1 to 3 to 6 to 3 on the out. And we're through 2.5 here at the ballpark. 11-2 Rams. Back after this on the Rams Sports Network.
When Faith opened Ram Pharmacy, many said a pharmacy would never make it in Raceland. Too small, not enough traffic, not a prime location. But one man remembered the words, "If I be lifted up, I will draw all men to me." At Ram Pharmacy, you're more than a customer. We care about your mind, body, and soul, and there's no thing we wouldn't do to help you with your healthcare needs. Proud supporters of Raceland Elementary and the high school, go Rams. Give God the praise and do Curtis a favor. Go to church on Sunday. Call 836-RAMS today. Ram Pharmacy, your friend for life. Since 1992, DSI has been serving their customers with quality products and affordable prices for 33 years. DSI offers a wide variety of gear for your favorite team and also offers wholesale and retail screen printing, embroidery, vinyl, and direct-to-film applications. DSI also welcomes your custom design for your team, business, or anything you may need. Have a vision? Let DSI's custom design team make that vision a reality. For over 30 years, DSI has been the trusted name for quality products and an affordable price. Check them out at 511 Greenup Avenue in Raceland or online at supertees.com.
11-2 Raceland as we head to the bottom of inning number 3. 3, 4, and 5 do up this inning. Davidson, Eisen, and Floyd. The one thing with baseball that you will always get, a situation you think you've never seen before, it'll find its way to show itself.
Yeah, always. And just when it'll be like the time you least expect it too.
Yeah, you just never. There's so many nuances in the game that, if this situation happens, this comes. If this comes, this comes. This can come, and this. And a game of baseball is a chess match.
Yeah.
You may be doing one thing here to set up 3 more things later down the road. especially with analytics today. There's so much you can do with pitch selections and how you pull out this pitch to set up that pitch. And, again, as a pitcher, one thing you love to do is you like to go through the order the first time and only show 2 pitches. Save that third pitch for the third time through.
Yeah.
And then you can sneak it in there when you need it. Well, Davidson still without an official at bat today. He's got 2 walks. He leads 11-2. Andrew Stroh will start the third. Now it's downstairs for a ball. Here's the line on Thompson. He goes an inning and a third through 55 pitches, 28 balls, 28 strikes, 6 hits, 11 runs, all earned. He struck out none, walked 4, and hit 2 batters. You think about that, 2 walks and 4 hit batters. That's almost a full time through the order that you give a free pass to a team that hits the ball very well but runs extremely well.
Yeah, and that's something you can't do. And I understand it's their first game of the season, so still trying to figure some things out, maybe not have had the scrimmages they've wanted and all that stuff, but just something you don't want.
2-0 to Davidson. Stroh back to work. Hard hit ball down the line, but bending foul. He got a lot of wood on that one. Wanted to bend that one back along the line. He was thinking triple out of the box right there when he let that one fly. 2-1 to Davidson. Pirates just got a big swing on the Reds. They put 4 up in the second. They lead it 4-0.
The old Reds.
Yeah, they'll break your heart. 2-1. Little cue shot down the third base side. Campbell's going to have a tough throw, but he will make it, and Holland will hang on to the bag for the first down of the inning. I saw people on social media, they're Reds fans smoking cigars and making October plans. Like, guys, come on.
It's early.
It's the Reds.
Yep. Wait till the All-Star break.
Yeah.
We're still doing good then? Okay. But tends to be when everything falls apart is the All-Star break.
Parker Ice is in 2 for 2. Driven in a pair of runs today. Nearly the 5th hit batter of the ball game on that first pitch as he bends out of the way. What's your thoughts on ABS?
Kind of hit or miss on it.
Yeah?
Like, some situations I'm like, yeah, could use it, but I think it takes away the art of framing pitches and stealing strikes. That's the part I don't like about it.
I think K-Zone has kind of taken that away, though. You really can't get away with it as an umpire because you're being graded on that square that's on the screen the whole time.
Yeah.
So, you kind of lost that art from there. I think that through the first week of the season, at least through the first series, I should say, there's some umpires that's been shown it's time to hang it up. 1-1, straight behind us for a foul ball. CB Buckner needs to go away.
Yeah.
He and Angel Hernandez need to go off and go maybe try to play some golf.
Go to Cancun.
Yeah, that's where everybody else goes, to Cancun. I don't care where he goes as long as it's not behind a plate when the Boston Red Sox are playing. I saw his hot zone of the game against the Red Sox and the Reds in Game 2 up in Cincinnati. It was pathetic.
Yeah, it was bad.
The number of pitches that he missed, and then the fact of the number of challenges that was against him that was won was outright. I mean, he missed one ball that was almost 2.5 inches off the plate.
You saw Eugenio Suarez kind of seeing that 3 straight pitches he challenged and got the call overturned.
And, it was challenge, overturn, next swing, big 3-run shot.
Yeah.
And again, it's just the one thing I think the ABS shows us
is how smart the hitters are.
Is how big that eye truly is, how good that eye really is, I should say, of those hitters. I mean, we're talking about balls that are 1/10 of an inch off the plate that they're challenging and winning.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Now, on the backside of that, I think it also, to not discredit the umpires, I think it also shows how good a major league umpire is on most cases.
Yeah.
When you think about it, you're looking at a ball that's moving in the upper 90s that from the pitcher's hand to the plate is less than about 0.7 of a second, and you have to call it. I mean, it's
all based on where the catcher's glove is.
Exactly. First pitch into Floyd is missed for a ball. He's 0 for 1. He has an RBI. He was walked his last time through. The base is juiced. Base is empty. 2 down for the Rams. 11-2 after the Rams played at 8 in the second. Did it on 5 hits. This one bounces all the way to the backstop on a pitch that was about 58-0. You know, the thing I think that's going to come, and I'm okay with this, is I think they're going to go to the robotic strike zone. You're still going to have your home plate umpire, and they're going to call balls and strikes. It's going to be chimed into their earpiece, ball, strike, whatever. But you still have to have them for plays at the plate, plays on the field, and stuff like that. And I think that is probably where we are seeing the game evolving to, of doing something. Another thing that I'm surprised that they have not done yet, why have they not put either a camera or a sensor down the foul lines? I mean, they've got them in tennis.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got that system in tennis. Why not go ahead and put it in?
Yeah, just so you could, because, again, that's hard for a base umpire to flip around and see the ball as quick as they can.
You know, postseason, you've got those umpires out there on those lines. As Floyd's going to walk on the pitch to the backstop, his second of the ball game. You know, you get those umpires in postseason. In regular season, you get 4 umpires. So if you've got that technology available, which we've had it for many, many years, I mean, they've been using it in tennis forever. Why not use it? You know, don't be afraid of technology. Everybody's like, it's going to jack up the game. The game is already, it has evolved. It is a different game than what it was in 1980 and 1990. For God's sakes, it's even bigger than that, what it was in 2000.
Yeah.
The game has changed. And it's going to keep changing. And again, I'm a purist at heart when it comes to the game of baseball, but I'm also a realist at the same time. If you've got something to make the game more efficient, by all means, use it.
Go for it.
Kings in 0 for 1.
And I do think the sensors down the line would be a huge addition. I mean, because you see some of the balls that you think are fair, but they're not, and it's like, to our eye, it looks fair. They call it foul.
The ones that kill me are when you see chalk come up. It's like, chalk came up. I mean, how does that not a fair ball? I don't care if there was a little kick away from chalk on the line as they were putting the powder lines down, which is, by the way, one of my favorite things to watch in a baseball game is watching them dress a field. People go to watch BP. I go to watch them dress the field.
Especially when they get the robots out there that can paint the lines.
No, I don't
and all
want
that
the
stuff.
robots. I want to see the guys doing it. King a little tardy on that one, 1-1. I want to see the old metal boxes, the cans of the powder and dusting them off and stuff. Oh, that's the best thing ever. I don't want to see nobody out there with a robot. Now, that's one of the things I will say. Keep that apart away from the game. I remember I was up at Cincinnati. We was down in the left field side one game, and players were coming out and autographing stuff for kids. And they brought somebody out of the stands to go down and use the little powder can to put in one of the lines right there in front of where we were. And I was like, I know that's a kid, and all of a sudden, like, that needs to be me. I want to do that. You know, it's the great thing about baseball is that I don't care how you can still be a kid at heart. That's the thing I love about the game of baseball is it's available at any age that you can go as far back in your life as you want to, and you can still feel like a kid again.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up going to sleep at night with my baseball glove and bat from about the age of 3. I remember a story my mom told me one time. I woke up in the middle of the night and I was trying to get out of the house. This one's hit through the left side for a base hit. King's on board for the first time today. They thought somebody was trying to break in the house. And they get up and go to the front door, and there I stand with my bat under my shoulder, my glove on my hand, and I'm fidgeting with the door handle. And they figured out, wait a minute, I'm asleep. I was sleepwalking. So they get me turned around, and Mom said, she asked me, she said, what are you doing? I said, I'm going to go play baseball. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. And they're like, no, you can't play baseball right now. You need to go to bed. So I turned around, walked right back down the hallway, went and got back in bed with my glove on my hand and my bat in my hand, and went back to sleep. But, I mean, that's all I did as a kid. Played wiffle ball. I threw balls off the side of the house. I was at a baseball field every day of the week that I could get there. I mean, that is my love. I love the game. There's Michael Pena. I'd almost put him on.
Yeah, I mean, it's somebody you really don't want to pitch to.
Right now, Michael has to feel like the ball's coming in. It looks like a beach ball. He's trying to get an early start to the vacation going down to Myrtle Beach next week. It'll be nothing but a vacation. It's a business trip for the Rams. They will play 10 games down at Myrtle 4 varsity games scheduled starting on Sunday. Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then 6 JV games. Plenty of reps for the team. 0-1 to Pennington. Hard hit ball out in the gap. That one's well stung. Freeman dropping back. That one's over top of his head. See ya! How about a 3-for-3 night by Michael Pennington? Pennington yells Yahtzee for the first home run of the season for the Rams. What a night for Michael Pennington. Oppo Taco.
Keep swinging that bat.
I don't know what that bat is, but everybody needs to go get one. Hey, throw that bat over to the side easily. That thing's got some pop in it. Of course, it's a Louisville Slugger. 3-for-3 night for Michael Pennington. That was a 3-run shot. He's got 5 RBIs on the night. I'm running out of places to put stuff. This is just going to have to go in as a home run and a triple for the stat line.
He's just now a double away from.
Yeah, he's a double away from a cycle. So now Sam Lynn taking his first cracks of the bat tonight. He's ahead 2-0. Lynn batting .333 on the season. 5 hits, 5 driven in. So Rams' first home run of the season comes on an Oppo Taco for Michael Pennington. And, you know, the funny thing with Michael was he started off the season and he said he changed his swing. And his swing looked like an unfolded lawn chair. And I told him that. I said, you need to take that swing and you throw it away. And the next game he told me, he said, Coach, I'm going back to my old swing. He said, I feel more comfortable with it. I said, I think you need to. And he comes out, and what's he do? He hits a triple to start things off. Well, since he's gone back to his old swing, he's been knocking the cover off the baseball. Lynn will ground out. It'll end the inning. But a 3-run shot on an Oppo Taco for Michael Pennington. It's 14-2 Rams. We head to the 4th after this on the Rams Sports Network.
When joint and muscle pains slow you down, let Doc get your body realigned at Johnson Chiropractic. Dr. Shannon Johnson offers a wide variety of treatments from chiropractic care, corrective exercises, and electrical stimulation. Doc also offers DOT exams and drug screens. He also provides pre- and postnatal chiropractic services to help new mothers alleviate stress drug-free. To schedule an appointment, call 606-473-5151 or visit them online at drshannonjohnson.com. That's Johnson Chiropractic's proud supporter of Raceland Athletics. When you find yourself in the need of a lawyer, Blackburn Law should be your first phone call in your time of need. Specializing in bankruptcy, criminal law, family law, and worker disability, Blackburn Law can help guide you every step of the way. Blackburn Law is dedicated to providing exceptional legal services with a personalized touch. For more information, call 606-836-5435 or visit them online at blackburnlaw.net. With over 30 years in experience in representing clients to successful solutions, Blackburn Law is in your corner. That's Blackburn Law, a proud supporter of Raceland Athletics.
Back here on the Rams Sports Network, 5, 6, and 7 here due up for the Vikings as the catcher of Brammer steps in. What a swing there by Michael Pennington. I mean, something we could talk about forever.
Oppo Taco. I mean, that's something you love to see when you've got a guy that can stay back and go opposite field with power. I mean, you're just catching the ball so pure. People, again, I've talked about this several times. People don't understand these guys that play ball for a living, that hit the ball the opposite way and did it for a career, of how impressive that is. And, I mean, that is a hard thing to do. And, I mean, Michael's done it a lot here this season of just absolutely crushing the ball the opposite field.
Yeah, stay middle away. I mean, that's going to do you some – that's going to do some better things for you rather than pulling the ball.
Well, and the thing that it does as well is that, you know, your timing is really good when you're staying back that deep, to where if you get a guy that can get – hey, can you grab me water, please? When you get a guy that really gets on you with a lot of velocity, it's not getting by you so bad because you're letting the ball travel already so far. Now you can just maybe just a half step forward, and you're already back in your normal swing of powering that thing the other way. You know, there's so much you can do by hitting the ball with power to the other side because you're seeing the ball so well.
As here's Michael Pennington, fields the ground ball, flips to the first baseman to Landon Bloss. There's one down here in the top of the 4th inning.
But I mean, yeah, he's a single away or double away from a cycle.
I mean, I think I've ever seen that in high school. Maybe once.
I don't know that I've ever called a cycle in baseball. I don't think I have.
Yeah, it's something that you don't really see much, as Davidson is quickly ahead 0-2.
And the crazy thing is that doing it with the first pitch of the triple, getting that one out of the way quick.
Yeah, that's the hardest one.
Johnson Chiropractic strikeout for Davidson. 2 quick outs here in the inning.
This is something for Davidson where you could just keep your confidence up. You know your offense is clicking right now, and gives you a lot of confidence out there on the mound.
Absolutely, and that's something, again, when you, as a pitcher, when you're staked such a sizable lead, your job is go out and throw strikes. Let your defense work behind you, and that's something this team has a ton of, is defensive pressure behind it.
Yeah, just throw strikes, and like I said earlier, high school kids will get themselves out as Atkins takes a hack and misses. Even sings a 1-on-1. Davidson can't quite find the strike zone there in the turf. Atkins steps in here 0 for 1. He struck out in his first at bat. And he's even here at 2-2. Davidson fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the inning. 1-2-3, go the Vikings. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Back for more after this on Ram Sports Network.
Life moves fast, and the moments don't wait. The first steps, the first home, the dreams you work so hard for. Where you place your trust matters. At Members Choice Credit Union, we're here for every milestone. Through the hard days, the hopeful days, and everything in between. Your money, your future, your choice.
Ison's Cards and Collectibles, located at 214 Main Street in Old Russell, is your headquarters for sports collectibles, along with a huge selection of Funko Pop characters, from sports figures to novelty characters to choose from. Ison's also offers team apparel for pro and collegiate teams and has varsity team jackets available for all local teams with customization available. Ison's features several autographed jerseys for purchase, with cards for every set available as well. Stop by Ison's Cards and Collectibles, located on 214 Main Street in Old Russell, and check them out on Facebook.
Back out here on the Ram Sports Network. In steps the right fielder, Bryden Bush. There's 9 in the top here due up for the Rams. We have some substitutions here for the Vikings, as Gothard will slide in over at third base, and Gates will slide in right field. Really good night here offensively for the Rams. 14 runs on 8 hits. Really taking advantage of those free passes, as they've been hit 4 times and have 5 walks. So 9 free passes here, aiding that 14-run spot that they have hanging up there right now.
And that's 8 runs second inning, doing that with 5 hits. And
that's huge.
That was huge. I mean, they hit the ball hard that inning, too. Check our trivia question here in the and out in this inning, just in case we would get to the situation of Raceland needs 3 runs and this ball game comes to an end.
Now batting for the Rams, the right fielder, number 11, Bryden Bush.
In steps the right fielder, Bryden Bush. Bush, first at bat this year.
Oh, he's had a couple at-bats this year. He just hasn't got a hit yet. Let's see. Mr. Bush.
He's in there for a called strike.
This will be his 5th at-bat on the season.
My mistake.
That's okay.
Scored to look there.
Yeah, he scored 5 runs. He's been in a lot of courtesy run. 2 strikeouts. He's stolen 6 bases this year coming into the night's game. Again, one of those guys that in the rotation for the Rams as well that does a great job. He and Caden Smith, kind of that 3-4 guy, if you will, with you got Davidson and Ball standing at the top.
Yeah, and just somebody you could go get innings out of.
And again, that's something that you want when you've got pitchers with a defense like you have. Just let your defense work behind you. And again, you look at Bryden Bush. Bush is a freshman. Caden Smith's a sophomore. I mean, those are guys that they're not going to overpower anybody. Just let your defense work behind them. They do a really good job of that.
Here's the 1-2 Bush. This one chopped. It's going to be a tough play for the second baseman, Hutchinson. He's not going to make the play. So Bush, with his first hit of the season, that turns things over to the center fielder, Gunnar Smith.
Again, that's one of those balls, just you hit it on a perfect hop right back over top of the pitcher. And like you said, the second baseman made a great play on it. There was just
nothing
it took so long for it to get there.
Smith steps in. He's 0 for 1, has been hit twice in this game. Looking to do some damage here with runners on base.
If I'm not mistaken, I got to look this up because last year, Gunnar Smith, how many times did you get hit? 11 times. The Rams got hit 48 times last year. Gunnar Smith got hit 11. Caden Shore was the only player that got hit more than him. Hit was 13.
Something you really like out of the leadoff spot.
Oh, yeah.
Just always find a way on.
Find a way to get on. I don't care how it is. Find a way to get on base however you can.
Big gap out in right center field. As the right fielder kind of hugs that line a little bit. As the 2-0 pitch is in there for a called strike, moves things to 2-1. Bush over at first after the infield single. Rams need 3 runs to end it in this inning, or 3 outs, holding the Vikings off of 3 runs to end this game in the top half of the 5th inning. This moves the count to 3-1.
This Vikings team has a ton of potential to it. Yeah, first game they've played this season. So there's a lot of stuff that's, they're still trying to figure out where this is game number 9.
This one is hammered down the left field line. That'll get down, and that's going to be trouble, as really good play there by the left fielder of Atkins to get over there and hold everybody to just one single base.
Smith's out there going, why are you not running to second, third base? I wanted a double.
But a really good swing there by Smith. And steps the big bat of Landon Bloss. He singled on a bunt, as I say, big bat. Singled on a bunt back.
1 for 2.
Second at bat.
1 for 2 with an RBI and a walk in this one for Bloss.
This one bounces in the turf.
Hey, you're not saying dirt anymore.
I've caught myself a couple times.
You've been around enough to do it. I will say this.
Takes a little bit to get used to.
It took a little bit for me when I started working on turf. Now, I did a lot of turf work at Marshall before I got turf here at Raceland, which helped.
Yeah.
To where I don't. But it's kind of like second nature. And it's funny. I'll work with people that'll be around they're used to being around dirt. And they're like, dirt? I went, no, it's turf.
Nope, it's turf.
It's turf.
Looks like dirt, but it's turf.
On this field, you got absolutely no dirt anywhere. Some places you hit some dirt circles, dirt on the mound. Everything here is 100% turf. The mound is built of concrete, and it is it's pure because it was poured twice. they poured it the first time and they messed up. And they had to bring it all back up. They had to wait for it to cure, hammer it all back up, and re-pour it. It was off-center just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
So that was really the cool thing whenever I started working here. It was, was when they started doing all the turf replacements for both baseball and softball. So I droned the entire process of it and made it. I think it was like an 18-minute time-lapse video, all the different steps of watching the stuff go in. It was unbelievable to watch it. And to see this complex of what it is now, of what it was when I coached here, and was still a good complex there. But on dirt, we had a great infield. It was one of the plushest around. But now seeing this playing surface in this venue, it's just absolutely beautiful.
I believe we're going to get a pinch hitter here for Davidson.
Carson Clay's going to come on. I believe that is correct. Yes, it is. Let's see. Has Mr. Clay swung a bat this year? He has not. He has pitched this year, and he pitched well. Only an 8th grader. He threw 3 innings in his first outing and got the victory. That was a new game against Fairland last Thursday night. So now the bases are loaded, and the game-clinching run stands over at first base.
Really big spot here for the 8th grader. So he looks at a ball.
The only thing Michael Pennington hasn't done today is stolen a base.
Hasn't had to.
Hadn't had a chance to. When you start at third and you hit a home run, you can't. Unless you go steal home.
Yeah, good luck.
That was one of my favorite things to do as a runner, was steal home. I did it 4 or 5 times in high school. It was great. Adrenaline rush to the nth degree, though. I remember one time we had a straight steal for me at home on, and it was supposed to be a take for the batter. It was a right-handed batter, and he was up in the front of the box, and the way the play was always set up is I was going to slide between his legs. He missed the take sign. He about killed me.
Oh.
I slid underneath him, stole home, and got up and about fought him. Something as a baseball player, I was never a power hitter. I was a really good contact hitter.
Yeah.
I would try to hit a lot of stuff to the right side because I had so much speed. But once I got to first base, usually 2 pitches later, I was standing on third. Unless it got past the outfielders, and then I was usually standing on third.
So back-to-back walks in. The 15th run here for the Rams as the game-clinching run now stands out at second base.
All right, let's take a look at our trivia question real quick. It was on this date, 1998. This player started for Barry Larkin at shortstop for the Cincinnati Reds. Who was he? A. Aaron Boone, B. Pokey Reese, C. Eduardo Perez, D. Willie Green. Jacob, who'd you say?
I thought it was Perez.
The answer was not Willie Perez or Eduardo Perez. The answer was B.
Pokey Reese.
Pokey Reese. By the way, it was not a game for him to remember, by the way. It was one to forget. He committed 4 errors in his first 3 chances at the field, and the Reds lost the opener 10-2 to the Padres. Yeah, congratulations goes out to Mark Kleinpeter tonight, as he was the first to end with the correct answer. Tim Madden and Brittany Wilson both also in with the correct answer. So congratulations, and thanks to each one of those for tuning in and as well as trying to guess tonight's possible correct answer.
In steps Easton Castle. This one is hit up into center field, and that will end your ball game.
Well, maybe hang on. Don't get in a hurry here.
There we go. That'll win your ball game. Rams plate 2. Makes the score 17-2. Win their 9th consecutive ball game in as many tries. What a night here for the Rams. Step out for a break. When we come back, we'll talk numbers. Back for more after this on the Rams Sports Network.
Trust is something earned, not given. For over 90 years, KFB has built trust in your community. We believe our neighborhood is our responsibility. Through our quality service, innovative products, and local decision-making, we are committed to your financial success. Better financials lead to a better life. All with the Better Bank headquartered in Boyd County and serving the tri-state. KFB, the bank you trust and the community you love.
When Faith opened Ram Pharmacy, many said a pharmacy would never make it in Raceland. Too small, not enough traffic, not a prime location. But one man remembered the words, "If I be lifted up, I will draw all men to me." At Ram Pharmacy, you're more than a customer. We care about your mind, body, and soul, and there's no thing we wouldn't do to help you with your healthcare needs. Proud supporters of Raceland Elementary and the high school, go Rams! Give God the praise and do Curtis a favor. Go to church on Sunday. Call 836-RAMS today. Ram Pharmacy, your friend for life.
Three in the first, 8 in the second, 3 in the third, 3 in the fourth. As the bats came alive tonight with 11 hits, and they get their first long ball of the season as Michael Pennington has himself an evening. 3 for 3, 3 hits, He was a double shy of a cycle. He got the long ball that got out of here on his last at-bat. He drove in 5 runs tonight and had himself an evening, to say the least. Let's take a break. We come back, we'll take a look at all of our final numbers, our game highlights, our player of the game, sponsored by Rescue Pro, and we'll wrap it up here tonight. Rams make it 9 consecutive to start the 26th season. We'll break it down when we return after this on the Ram Sports Network.
Trust is something earned, not given. For over 90 years, KFB has built trust in your community. We believe our neighborhood is our responsibility. Through our quality service, innovative products, and local decision-making, we are committed to your financial success. Better financials lead to a better life. All with the Better Bank, headquartered in Boyd County and serving the tri-state. KFB, the bank you trust and the community you love.
When you find yourself in the need of a lawyer, Blackburn Law should be your first phone call in your time of need. Specializing in bankruptcy, criminal law, family law, and worker disability, Blackburn Law can help guide you every step of the way. Blackburn Law is dedicated to providing exceptional legal services with a personalized touch. For more information, call 606-836-5435 or visit them online at blackburnlaw.net. With over 30 years in experience in representing clients to successful solutions, Blackburn Law is in your corner. That's Blackburn Law, a proud supporter of Raceland Athletics. When Faith opened Ram Pharmacy, many said a pharmacy would never make it in Raceland. Too small, not enough traffic, not a prime location. But one man remembered the words, "If I be lifted up, I will draw all men to me." At Ram Pharmacy, you're more than a customer. We care about your mind, body, and soul, and there's no thing we wouldn't do to help you with your healthcare needs. Proud supporters of Raceland Elementary and the high school, go Rams! Give God the praise and do Curtis a favor. Go to church on Sunday. Call 836-RAMS today. Ram Pharmacy, your friend for life. Since 1992, DSI has been serving their customers with quality products and affordable prices for 33 years. DSI offers a wide variety of gear for your favorite team and also offers wholesale and retail screen printing, embroidery, vinyl, and direct-to-film applications. DSI also welcomes your custom design for your team, business, or anything you may need. Have a vision? Let DSI's custom design team make that vision a reality. For over 30 years, DSI has been the trusted name for quality products at an affordable price. Check them out at 511 Greenup Avenue in Raceland or online at supertees.com. Ison's Cards and Collectibles, located at 214 Main Street in Old Russell, is your headquarters for sports collectibles, along with a huge selection of Funko Pop characters, from sports figures to novelty characters to choose from. Ison's also offers team apparel for pro and collegiate teams and has varsity team jackets available for all local teams with customization available. Ison's features several autographed jerseys for purchase, with cards for every set available as well. Stop by Ison's Cards and Collectibles, located on 214 Main Street in Old Russell, and check them out on Facebook.
Life moves fast, and the moments don't wait. The first steps, the first home, the dreams you work so hard for. Where you place your trust matters. At Members Choice Credit Union, we're here for every milestone. Through the hard days, the hopeful days, and everything in between. Your money, your future, your choice.
When joint and muscle pains slow you down, let Doc get your body realigned at Johnson Chiropractic. Dr. Shannon Johnson offers a wide variety of treatments, from chiropractic care, corrective exercises, and electrical stimulation. Doc also offers DOT exams and drug screens. He also provides pre- and postnatal chiropractic services to help new mothers alleviate stress drug-free. To schedule an appointment, call 606-473-5151 or visit them online at drshannonjohnson.com. That's Johnson Chiropractics, proud supporter of Raceland Athletics.
Beautiful sunset over top of the field house there for the Raceland Rams baseball team as the Rams lit up the sky tonight with the bats. It was a good evening with 11 hits, 17 runs, and they get win number 9 on the season in 4 innings, 17-2 over Symmes Valley. Let's take a look at our Rescue Pro player of the game tonight. No shocker who this one is, Michael Pennington. He was a double shy of the cycle here tonight. He had a triple, a home run. He drove in 5 runs and absolutely blistered the ball all 3 times to the right side. So the senior Michael Pennington, our Rescue Pro player of the game tonight, 3 for 3, a triple, a single, a home run, and 5 runs driven in. Congratulations to Michael. All right, let's take a look at our recap here tonight as, again, Symmes Valley got things going early in the first with 2 outs. They plated a run, but the Rams got out of a bases-loaded jam with picking off a runner, and that's when the bats got going. Raceland would put 3 runs across in the first, 8 in the second inning, which they batted around almost twice. 3 more in the third, 3 in the fourth, as they continue to roll in this one and bring it to a close in a run-shortened game. 5 hits for the visiting Vikings, Korn and Stroh with 2 hits each. Korn scored a pair of runs. Stroh drove in the lone run. That was an RBI. The other run was unearned. For the Raceland Rams, Parker Eisen with 2 hits tonight, Pennington with 3. And then Easton Castle ends it with a walk-off 2 RBI single. Michael Pennington drives in 5. Your final box score looks like this. For the Vikings, 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. They leave 2 runners on base. For the Rams, 17 runs on 11 hits, no errors. They leave 3 runners on base. Thompson takes the loss. He goes an inning and a third, 6 hits, 11 runs, all earned, struck out, none, walked 4. Davidson gets the victory, 4 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He strikes out 5 and walks 1. Final score here tonight, 17-2 in 4 innings. The Rams are victors. So the Rams go to 9-0 on the season. They'll be back here Thursday night against Portsmouth West before heading off to the beach next week. That's going to do it for us here tonight. A big hat tip to my crew, Trey and Felicia Collier. Jacob Hankins joining me here for some commentary. That's it for us here tonight. Again, final score, 17-2. Ramblers win it. That's it here from Raceland. All games airing on the Rams Sports Network are streaming live and archived on the Rams Sports Network YouTube channel. This has been a presentation of the Rams Sports Network. Good night, everyone.